Now, the bad blood originally started with a press tour and Oscar campaign for Precious back in 2009. Monique claims that Oprah, who served as a producer on the film along with director Lee Daniels and fellow producer Tyler Perry, advised her to go to the Cannes Film Festival in support of the movie. Monique claims that she wanted to spend any downtime she had on this trip, I guess with her family or in general, but she got some pushback from everyone else, and that actually got her a label she's not happy to have, which is that she's difficult to work with. But that's not Monique's biggest criticism of Oprah. In 2010, a month after Monique won the Oscar for Precious, Oprah had Monique's brother on her talk show, which, if you know Monique has really bad feuds with her family, especially her brother. Monique has been vocal about her brother Gerald, who had molested her when she was a child. In an interview, Monique was quoted saying that Oprah did call her to ask her if it was okay to have him on the show. Monique was quoted saying that Oprah said that Gerald wanted to apologize for harming me when I was a kid. He was going to let her audience know how parents can watch out for predators because he preyed on his own sister. Ew. I gave her my blessing to have him on the show. Despite that, I told her that I didn't want anything to do with it.
She said my brother wanted to come on the show and talk about him molesting me, and he wanted to tell other parents how to look out for molesters. My brother Gerald is a charmer, so my mind thought was, because she said, do you want to come on? I said, I don't want nothing to do with that cat.
But it wasn't just her brother, it was her entire family. In shock, Monique was forced to sit back and watch her mother, along with her other family members, dismiss the level of abuse that she went through as a little girl. Monique said she never talked about her mom being there and having her mom go on there and say, oh no, Monique wasn't harmed or whatever, and try to defend her brother on this platform, especially when she just won an award for a movie with Oprah. There's a lot of attention on Oprah, especially when it involves Monique's family.
I shared with her that me and my mother was not talking. I shared with her we were in a really bad place. I shared with her I was hurt and, trying to figure this thing out. She never said my mother was coming on that show, because had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm gonna have your mother, I would have said, shut it down. I don't need the world seeing how greedy my mother is.
You could just tell how hurt Monique is by that situation. But nobody's off limits. In 1993, Oprah interviewed Michael Jackson, which is such an honor, but it's really disrespectful. The interview was supposed to improve Michael's public image, as he denied many tabloid rumors and opened up about his personal life. However, some fans felt Oprah betrayed Michael by asking him intrusive questions and challenging his answers. Before the interview, Oprah and Michael were pretty close. At least they were friendly enough that Michael felt comfortable enough to invite her over to his home, because at this point he was trying to keep everyone out. He thought that he could trust her and that this would do him justice, but it didn't. Oprah asked Michael about his romantic life, whether he was a virgin, asked if he was dating Brooke Shields, but he refused to answer anything or about his virginity. He said that it was a personal matter and that he was old-fashioned. Oprah implied that he was lying or hiding something and trying to make him feel uncomfortable. Oprah asked Michael about changing his appearance and whether he had undergone cosmetic surgery, which he admitted to having a nose job, but claimed that he had not altered his face in any other way and that he had vitiligo. Oprah seemed skeptical of his explanations and pressed him for more and more details. She even asked him about his friendships with children and why he liked to spend time with them. Michael said he enjoyed being around kids because they were innocent and pure, and that he missed out on a normal childhood because of his fame. Oprah insinuated that there was something inappropriate or unnatural about his behavior and asked him if he ever slept with the children in his bed. Now, these questions angered Michael Jackson's fans, who felt that Oprah was disrespectful, insensitive, and biased. They accused her of exploiting Michael's vulnerability and trying to tarnish his reputation. They also blamed her for paving the way for allegations of sexual abuse that later emerged in the decade. Some fans even boycotted her show and demanded that she apologize to Michael. Though this interview did chef's kiss wonders for her career. There's a reason she did it. The groundbreaking interview did wonders as she got a whole new wave of people watching her talk show. It also gave her much needed credibility. This began her wave of doing high profile interviews and having really exclusive guests on. But she wasn't done with Michael just yet. When he was in the throes of his high profile trial for allegations of molestation in 2005, The topic was big. Oprah took the opportunity to discuss the impact of this abuse on several of her shows. His brother Randy actually revealed that the last straw for Michael was when the jury was deliberating on his fate. Oprah Winfrey chose to up her ratings by broadcasting a show on liking children. It was clear to Michael that Oprah was just like any other clout-chasing journalist looking for a story, and therefore she could not be trusted ever again. Having shared her own experience of being harmed as a child while taping her show, Oprah had become somewhat of an outspoken activist for change to protect children and exposing what she considered a national epidemic. Even after Michael Jackson died, she was not through with him. She did a special about Michael Jackson in 2019 titled After Neverland, which featured a lot of his alleged victims. So she really turned on him for good. Interesting to see that she will go off and make a documentary about Michael Jackson and promote that, but won't promote anything that's against her friend Harvey Weinstein.
He's been gone for over 10 years. And not only is he gone, he was found not guilty. He was found not guilty. So to put our brother Michael Jackson and to, I'll say, try to taint that man's legacy, and he can't defend himself. Who does that?
At the beginning of Oprah's Neverland special, she turned to the three men she was interviewing before saying, "We're all gonna get it," meaning that they would become targets for his loyal fans and the Jackson estate, who had already filed a $100 million lawsuit to prevent the film from airing. As predicted, Oprah experienced an onslaught of criticism online for her alliance with Michael Jackson's victims. Those close to Michael claimed that she was simply choosing to ignore facts and giving legitimacy to their claims through her association. Because she had been around Michael before, it looks way more legit when Oprah's behind them. It's not like Oprah's standing behind Harvey Weinstein's victims, and he actually was convicted for those crimes. The Jackson family are not fans of Oprah Winfrey. Here's a clip of them talking a little bit more about her.
In a sense, Oprah will say what Oprah wants to say to get the interview, and she's done that to our family many times. And so we have a different view of Oprah than everyone else does in that sense, because, we've been hurt by her many times in the past.
Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.